Hello, everybody. This is Rob, and it's time for the April edition, the end of April edition of Conversations with Rob. And before I head into that, I wanted to talk about a couple opportunities that I had last week that really made me feel proud to work in USD 320. On Thursday, I had the opportunity to spend some time in the afternoon reading as a mystery reader in Miss Ayers' first grade class. And on Friday, I went to the assembly, honor flight, homecoming assembly, and then had the opportunity to serve some ice cream at their luncheon immediately following. So what a great opportunity for me to see some of the youngest that we have dive into learning and their excitement for learning, and then see our oldest students that we have, those seniors and juniors, work with veterans and really spend time developing connections between them and those that served our country admirably, and just made my heart feel good, and also reminds me why this is such a great place to work. For this edition of Conversations with Rob, we had a bit of a reluctant interviewee. I think he did a great job, though, so I hope you enjoy Conversations with Mr. Couture. Hello, everybody. I'm here with Mr. Brad Couture, and Mr. Couture is the middle school principal and does a great job for us. Mr. Couture has been recognized by the Kansas Principals Association as the Area 2 Middle Level Principal of the Year. Congratulations, Mr. Couture, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Town, how long were you there?
3 years.
Okay. Middle school, high school, what level math?
High school, 9th grade academy.
Okay. Then you moved to
Belleville, which is actually Belleville, Republic County. 15 years there. I was a math teacher, PE teacher, athletic director, coach, football coach, golf coach, basketball coach, at-risk coordinator. So I mean, it's just it's a
perfect.
mangled mess.
But that explains a lot of those unique experiences. Probably helped you in your role as principal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been here for 3 years.
Yes.
So what are some of the changes that have been implemented in the 3 years since you've been here?
The main one is the focus on building relationship and our core values. Everything's based off our core values.
And what are your core values?
Positive relationships, collaborative growth, and school-wide accountability.
Okay. What are some things your staff does to focus on building
I think
relationships?
our staff on a daily basis, it's at the forefront. They focus, ensure that that comes first. They go out of their way to ensure that every student has a positive adult relationship.
You were selected as the Area 2 Middle Level Principal of the Year. What does an award like that mean to you?
It's a reflection of our building and district.
How so?
How hard our teachers work. Come to school every day worrying about kids. Work as a team.
When students come here for the first time, what are some things we want to make sure that they experience when they're here?
They're met at the door by faculty members. I would say we find a way to build a relationship with them, and at high expectations.
What is their educational high expectations as far as rigor in the classroom?
Yeah.
What can you give me some examples of what that might be? What's that look like in a math classroom? What's that look like in a English classroom?
Good lessons that are highly engaged. Teachers ensuring that students master content. Finding ways to, every class looks different. Our reading challenge, we have, our goal was 400,000 words. That's the high end. We took 60, 70 kids to bowling last Friday because they were over 250,000 words this semester. That word count for the entire building is well into the 40 plus million words outside of school. So we have a challenge. Like we also had a grade level challenges working with their attendance, behavior, and homework.
Mm-hmm.
Our attendance has really grown from that.
Talk to me just a little bit about your competition. I think you have a sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade competition. 2 years now. What does that entail, and how does that build some responsibility and
Ultimately, we felt that if we could increase the students that attended school, decrease the behavior, turned in their homework, that our test scores would go up, that accountability piece from our core values, that in the end our state assessment and FastBridge scores would increase. So that was our major focus. Each week they can earn points, and if they hit enough certain amount of points, they earn some end of year incentives. But it really heavily on our FastBridge scores. Our state assessments don't come in fast enough to get the results.
mm-hmm.
So we just encourage the students to do their best on those. But we would use those too as well, but they don't come in until it's too late to schedule those events.
Mm-hmm. Who won last year?
Eighth grade won. Come from behind and won. Got to go to Worlds of Fun, and they found a way to win in the end. Didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. So they showed the most improvement. One of the things on FastBridge and state assessments, we get into that point where you got to have some self pride to do your best, and sometimes motivating those students. And that was a huge factor last year's. We motivate them to do their best on the state assessments, FastBridge, and in the end, it paid off for that eighth grade group.
Okay. You mentioned and you talked about building relationships with students. How do extracurricular activities play a part in that here at Wamego Middle School?
Funny thing you say that. Mr. McIntosh is actually running a report right now that we think it's going to be roughly 98% of our kids are engaged in an extracurricular activity or club. And what we found is the data we're showing on the data, that 2 to 3% that's not on there are the ones that are struggling in their classes, getting their grades up, keeping their grades. So plays a huge role in the accomplishments in the classroom.
Mm-hmm. Productivity.
Product.
Does it affect their attendance at all, or have you found that?
Yes, our attendance, they're here on a daily basis, and if the more they're here, the more they excel in the classroom.
I know you'll, in talking with you, you've struggled with this award greatly personally. But what does it mean for Wamego Middle School?
It shows other people outside of this community what's really going on inside of this building. The building's full of hardworking people that care about kids, will do anything for kids, and moving the needle by teamwork and looking at data and providing whatever supports it is for students, all students to be successful. It allows people to hear our story, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What are some things that you focus on, or that you provide emphasis to, that helps grow your aptitude in your building for students?
A process before I got here from Mr. Graber and Mr. McIntosh started. They started hiring teachers based off of a team concept or a team model, and we continue that to this day. And it showed that how, if you can get people that work together and are not selfish, how much better your building works. And I think that's been a huge factor in where we are in a building, is based off of that hiring model of an ultimate team player. It's a team first. It's not I. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how we've been able to get a lot of things done in this building and the atmosphere in this building.
That does it for our conversation with Mr. Couture. We appreciate everything you do for the building.
Thank you.
as we head into May, the final month of this school year, that's hard to believe, but we have so many more things to complete before we release students for the summer. Obviously, graduation is a big event, 8th grade promotion. We have finals for all of our high school kids. We still have some field trips. We have all of our activities and athletic events as they head into the postseason, and some are in postseason. So many activities make up the month of May. Please help us remember that the most important are the 15 days of educational opportunities that we'll provide our students. We hope you have a great May, and remember, no one's greater than a Raider.
Fight song. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and.